In 1855, more than 160 years ago, poet Walt Whitman wrote Song of Myself, which some of you probably studied back in high school English class. And in that poem, which was included in his collection Leaves of Grass, he wrote a line that confused a lot of people at the time, a very simple three-word line that people found confusing. What he wrote was, "I contain multitudes." And as I read the poem, what I think Whitman meant by those three words was that he, and that by extension each of us, is a member of not just one, but of many cultures. Here in CST 229, I define the word culture as meaning a group of people who share some identifiable common characteristic. And using that definition, Whitman was certainly right. Each one of us is, in fact, multicultural. To show you what I mean by that, let me give you an introduction to myself in which I'll identify some of the many cultures to which I belong. I was born and raised in this country, so I am a member of the born and raised in America culture. I was born and raised in the state of New York, so I am a native New Yorker and a member of that culture. But I've moved around a lot, and nowadays I'm a resident of the state of Virginia, yet another culture to which I am a member. I've also lived in 10 other countries and 11 other states, so there's a whole lot of cultural background there. Linguistically, I am bilingual. I speak two languages fluently, English, of course, but I'm also fluent in the Dutch language. Most people are not bilingual. Some of you are bi or tri or even quadrilingual, and so you are a member of the various different cultures that arise out of the languages which you speak. Religiously, I was raised Jewish, although and I still identify myself as Jewish, although I don't really practice the religion other than lighting candles during Hanukkah. That's about it, really. So I have that cultural background, the raised Jewish background. I am a cisgendered, straight, white male, so there's a whole lot of cultural stuff going on there. I'm straight. I am a Caucasian. I am male, and not just male genetically, but I'm cisgendered male, by which I mean that I identify myself using the gender that biologically applies to me, the male gender. Occupationally, I'm a college teacher, so there's a culture that I belong to there, the culture of people who teach at the college level. But avocationally, I'm a crime writer, professionally published fairly widely, so there's a variety of cultural things happening there. Okay, so I've been talking now for about 3.5 minutes, and that's just a look at some of the many cultures to which I belong. I'm eager to hear about your cultural background and the many cultures to which you are a member. As I say in the introductions for this discussion board, I recommend that you do that by way of a video, but that's not required. You can also write out your introduction. This isn't a public speaking class, so I'm not going to be grading you based on the effectiveness of your public speaking. I will point out a couple of things, though, because I do also teach public speaking in CST 110. You'll notice that I'm looking directly into the camera. That gives me eye contact with each of the people watching the video. You'll notice that from time to time I do use my hands to help emphasize the points that I'm making. I'm wearing a solid color above the waist so that people are not distracted by writing or pictures on my clothing. These are some of many tips that you may already have learned if you've taken CST 110 or CST 100, which focuses entirely on public speaking. I look forward to watching your video, to reading your introduction. Don't forget to sign your posting. And since this is week 1 of our CST 229 class, let me close by saying that I also look forward to getting to know you this semester and to working with you as we explore the, to me, and I hope also, if not already, ultimately to you, fascinating world of intercultural communication. Thanks.